Hi friends, it's time for another 5 Under 5 Spring Decor Edition, hosted by Missy from The Crafty Cove, Emily from Farm Charm Chic, and special guest Kendra from Late Night Creations. Links to all the hosts and the playlists will be in the description box. I have 5 bunny-themed DIYs. I hope you enjoy them. For this DIY, I've got Mod Podge, burlap and lace ribbon, a bunny image that I found online. I printed this out on some tissue paper, and a galvanized bucket from DollarTree. So what I want to do is get my little bunny Mod Podged on here. It's beautiful, like French country look, and I love this kind of blue tinge to it. I start adding my matte Mod Podge in small sections so that I can get my tissue paper adhered, but I don't want it to rip. So I initially lay it down and I pull it up to reposition it, and I just work my way around until I have the whole piece of tissue paper adhered to my pail, and then I start to tear the edges just a bit to give it a more of an aged look to it. Once I was happy with all the tears on my label, I take burlap and lace ribbon from DollarTree to cover the top portion of the pail and just adhere this with hot glue just to give it more of that French country look with that bit of lace. And to complete the look, I just filled my pail with some beautiful spring florals that I had previously purchased at DollarTree. For this DIY, I'm using one of the cocoa colored bunnies from DollarTree, a scrap piece of flour sacked towel, a bit of lace ribbon. I have some couple of different color inks and some stamps. These are $1 at Michael's. I have some nice springtime flowers and butterflies, and I have some pearls. So I want to kind of give this bunny like a French country shabby chic look, and I want to give her like an apron or a dress with this scrap of fabric. I want to add some of these stamps just to give it a little bit of flair, so it's just not a plain color. So I'll measure out how much of this I'm going to cut off. So that should be enough because I'm going to tuck the top. For the apron, I'm just going to add a dab of hot glue and then fold over just a little bit of the fabric and continue the whole length of the fabric, just adding my glue and adding a little fold at the top so it gives a little bit of a pleat. Once I'm finished adding all of the little pleats, I do a dry fit on my bunny to make sure that it's big enough, and then I'll add a piece of lace Dollar Tree ribbon at the end of each side so that it can be tied on to the back of the bunny. And then I'm going to start adding some stamps with different colors all over the fabric just to give it just a little bit of a whimsical touch and to add just a little bit of color. I tied the apron onto the bunny and seemed to be a good fit. Then I took some more of that cotton lace ribbon and added just a small bow to the top of her head. And to just give her just a little bit more embellishment, I'm going to make her a small pearl necklace using these Dollar Tree pearls and just some regular thread. When I was finished with her necklace, I looked at the apron. I decided, let me just add a little bit of lace just at the top of the apron, just to give it a more finished look, to cover up the area where I had tucked all that fabric and glued it down. And here she is, all complete. I think she looks so adorable, ready to go have a garden lunch, maybe with Peter Rabbit. For this DIY, I'm going to use the white bunny from Dollar Tree. I have some ribbon I found on clearance at Hobby Lobby, the Harlequin pattern, some buttons from Dollar Tree, and some red felt from Dollar Tree. So this will be loosely based on the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. I don't have all of the materials to give him like a little jacket, and then the way his arms are attached. I don't know how I would like make the jacket thing work. So I'm gonna try to give him a vest made from this red felt. So I'm just gonna lay this scrap of felt on top of the bunny, and I don't have any measurements. I was just trying to go off the image of what a vest looks like, and I'm just making like V cuts into the fabric for the top portion, and then I make little slits where his arms are so the arms can be pulled through, and I just make my way around, just snipping as I go, just trying to make this look like a vest. For the back portion, I'm going to use a bit of this Harlequin ribbon. A lot of like the vests have like a silky back to them anyway, so this is appropriate, and it's a bit of a whimsical touch. So I'm just cutting it to the size of the opening in the back, and I'm just gonna hot glue this to the back, and then I'm gonna flip him over and add a button to the front of his little vest and pick out a larger button to make a little pocket watch. So I found the largest button in the jar, and I'm just covering this with Folk Art Cottage White. And while that dries, I'm going to take more of this Harlequin ribbon to give him a cute little bow tie. I use a piece of black string to cinch in the middle of my bow tie and just add a bit of hot glue to get this attached to Mr. Bunny. Using some of the smaller scraps of the red felt, I'm going to cut out some little like rectangular pieces and hot glue those down so that there are pockets on the front of the vest. Once that white paint is dry, I use a gold paint marker to go around the edge of the button so it really gives off the appearance of like a golden pocket watch. This gold really wasn't coming off that well, so I ended up using some folk art gold, real gold, to cover that. And while that was drying, I'm using some of this floral wire and the end of that gold paint marker so that I can make some little spectacles to go on the end of Mr. Bunny's nose. And with that gold paint dry, I'm going to take jet black from Apple Barrel to paint on the hands of the clock and using an embossing tool just to add some dots for the numbers. Once all that black paint dried, I'm going to take a scrap piece of gold diamond wrap and attach this so it looks like the chain for his pocket watch. Get this hot glued down and to the inside of his vest and a piece to the back of his faux watch, and then slip it right inside his little pocket so he can keep up with the time. He doesn't want to make the Queen of Hearts upset. Here's my complete whimsical white rabbit. Let me know, what do you think of this guy? I think he's super adorable. For this DIY, I have a neutral rose printed piece of scrapbook paper, antique wax, glue stick, a shadow box I've already separated from Dollar Tree, solo wood flowers, and a wooden bunny. This was in a 2-pack in the kids section, but I'm going to use this back portion. So first I want to go ahead and get my paper traced out. I'm going to attach my scrapbook paper using this glue stick I found at Dollar Tree. Get my paper smoothed out. I work in small sections, applying that glue stick as I work my way down. And once that's complete, I'm going to take my bunny and I want to sand off the greenbrier portion. And initially I used this sanding block from Dollar Tree. Then I had to just move to just a regular a rougher piece of actual sandpaper, and that did it to really get that black printed ink off. And then I'm going to use the antique wax to stain the wooden bunny. Then I move on to getting my shadow box put back together. I'm just adding just a bit of hot glue on the top and the bottom and pressing the back into the little groove that's there. And then I hot glue my wooden bunny into the shadow box. I don't push it all the way down to the bottom. I leave just a little bit of a gap, so when I add my flowers, it doesn't totally cover the bottom of the feet of the bunny. So I'm just going to do a dry fit of where I want to have my flowers. Initially, I was going to have the flowers cover totally the whole bottom portion of the shadow box, but then I decided just to add a few, and I get those 3 hot glued into place. And then I decided just to add just a little ribbon underneath the bunny's head, and I think that just added just another cute touch. Let me know, what do you think of this neutral bunny decor? And for my last DIY, I want to make a cute bunny pillow. I love to make pillows. I'm going to use the remainder of a banner that I purchased a couple years ago from Dollar Tree, some 18 by 21 crafter square white fabric. I'm going to go ahead and get my fabric pressed out to get some of these wrinkles, and I'm going to get 2 of my edges sewn with my mini sewing machine. With 2 of my edges sewn down, I flip my pillow on the correct side, and I'm going to do a dry fit of where I want to add my bunnies. I pull them off of the little ribbon that they were on. Then I'm going to put a piece of cardboard in the middle of my pillow so the glue doesn't go all the way through, and I'm going to use Aleene's Fabric Fusion to attach them. Okay, once they'd been sitting for a few hours and fully dried, I want to cover the little holes that the string was on, and I'm going to use that same ribbon that they were all strung on to make little bows and attach those to each head. Once I got that last bow attached, I removed my cardboard, added my polyfill, and ran this back through the sewing machine to close that open edge. And that was it for my cute festive spring bunny pillow. So I made this 2 years ago. I never recorded a video for it, but I just took the first 4 bunnies from that banner and a Dollar Tree runner, hot glued the bunnies on there, and just added some flowers over the holes, and you have a cute bunny runner for springtime. And here's another look back at my other bunny DIYs from this video. I really hope you've enjoyed these. I've loved making these for you. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. It's totally free. Don't forget the playlist. I will have a link in the description box along with a link to the hosts. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless.